Hey guys, this is Vishak here, and welcome to another Hall of Fame interview. And today we have Jyothi Vishnani, who is a chef by profession, and she came into the system in the 1st of August. And she was a person who was able to push through and achieve some significant result within a span of 60 days. So let's hear the story of Jyothi. Jyothi, welcome.
Thank you so much, Vishal. Thanks for counting me in that WhatsApp group which you created. And I was lucky enough to, finger on time to get me into it because I think it was very limited crowd that you were getting in that group, right?
Yeah, yeah. So basically, this was actually a passion project. Like I just wanted to show that what is possible. It is not just about the superhumans who would be able to achieve things, but even like a common man like you and I, we were able to do that. So that is exactly what I wanted to, tell or probably prove it to people that this is just the basics, sticking with the basics, and that is actually possible. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah. So tell me something. Introduce about yourself. Tell me something about yourself and your schedule, how it was before coming to the system.
So before I'm a chef by profession, as you said. So my working hours are very erratic. My eating habits were very haywire. So you used to eat whenever I get time, mostly skip meals because you are running around. uh, because I joined when COVID times hit very hard at his hospitality industry, if you know. So from July onwards it started reviving back slowly and steadily. That's when I joined your group.
Right.
Look, I know initially, when we started, you used to give the workout daily, and it used to be a different, very simple, like, once you read it like 100 burpees, seems like a lot, but it used to take only 15 minutes. And I was like, first time when I tried it, I said, like, only 15 minutes it takes? Okay, I can do it. So, that's how, because you don't know what's coming up next day, it kept me so much upbeat uh, that it I'm a very lazy person to get early in the morning. So when you gave us that, that freedom, that any time of the day you can work out, anytime,
Yeah. Yeah.
not morning, not. So that was the one biggest hurdle that I had always, that, workouts means early getting up in the morning, which I will not be able to do because I have late nights and working and, standing hours up, so I can't. So this flexibility actually helped me a lot. And then when we started talking about food, I know I got such a bashing from you when you said, and I told you what I eat, how I eat.
60% of it will come from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So so this is how we started. And now when I see, I have become much more disciplined. I enjoy workouts. I've gained a lot of strength.
Yeah.
Like first five push-ups used to be so difficult. Now I can do till 20, 25 in one go, which is a big achievement for myself. I like feel very proud of myself. Yes.
Mm, good. Super. So when you say you're a chef, right? How long is your working hours on a daily basis?
So my working hours are 10 hours daily.
Mm,
On weekends, it goes to 12 to 13 hours
on the weekends.
on the weekends. Yes.
And still you were able to manage your time and able to push through that.
Yes, yes,
Good.
because see, whatever program, whatever exercises and whatever the workouts which you provide, they doesn't require any special equipments. They doesn't require any setup. You can do it. Like I remember the first stepping, while you gave initial 1,000 steps or 500 steps, I guess. I was in the restaurant and I was staying in hotel because we stay in hotel for a day because a
Mm,
manager on duty. So I just took a one step and could do it. It's very easy.
mm,
I didn't have to go and find a wrong place to do it. Steps are everywhere.
yeah.
Or burpees. It was like I used to be scared of burpees actually. I
Mm,
used to be very scared of push-ups, that I will not be able to do push-ups at all. But
mm.
you know you, and when you keep on, you have to fight, don't give up, do it until you fail. That's the thing which kept me going.
Yeah, people are actually complicating a lot of simple things and they're leaving out the basics and they're just doing everything else and then hoping for a result. But hope is not a right strategy, right? So it has to be with the basics. And like you said, you have developed a lot of strength. Now that is what is more important. So I'm,
Yeah.
I'm proud that you were able to achieve this within the 60 days. So what are your best learnings that you are able to
There are few learnings that you can never, the day will never come when you will be ready to do anything. You know, we think about tomorrow is the day I'll give up sugar, tomorrow is the day I'll start working out,
Yeah.
tomorrow never comes. It's now or never, you know. It just, even if it is just 10, you know, just push-ups or just a 30 seconds plank, start
Mm.
with something. Like we started like that way, like very small things, you know, then we build on things like it. So when you start doing it, when you look forward doing it, that's the one thing I like, that tomorrow never comes, it's right now in the moment. One.
The time
And
is now,
two,
isn't it?
yeah, live in
Yeah.
the moment. And the second thing which I actually learned, to try until failure, until you feel that burn, that you can't do
Mm.
one more. To get till that, it's fun to feel that burn actually.
Mm. Yeah.
You feel accomplished, that you did your best, and you know, let it, you don't forget about results, you don't need results, because but you gave 100%. And
Exactly.
consistency.
Exactly. So you didn't technically, so this is like a mindset of an athlete. So people, what people do is like they always care about the price. They keep their mind on the price and then they forget to enjoy the journey. So in case in what you did was like totally reverse. You didn't, the result was a byproduct. You enjoy the journey.
Yeah,
I could feel that. So you were able to keep it every time when I pay attention to your words, you're like, I did it somehow. I was able to complete the repetitions, what you're able to. So I knew that, okay, she's enjoying the journey. That is more important.
that's what I was saying, agreeing to what you're saying. Because it's every time whenever you say, you know, come on, and you know, our we are, and you know, animals, you know, just we are rock killers, killers, like you were used to call us, the killers.
Killers.
So that is the, that thing, you need that push, otherwise you don't, it's very difficult to get on your own, honestly. But once you get the mojo on, it's easier, it's get bit, life gets little bit easier, yes.
Mm, mm. So how was it with sticking to the discipline when you have to make some changes in the food and all that? How was it like? How was the journey with that?
So I will confess that initially I was not following it 100%.
Mm.
I have confessed it to you as well.
Yeah.
But by my very basic nature, I tend to leave, you know, food very at the. I am a very small eater, or it comes in a way, because when you are in that environment, when there is food cooking 24/7, you get so nauseated from the smell.
Mm,
You will not be able to eat after that.
mm.
So people think that chefs, you know, enjoy everything, taste, they get to eat a lot of good food, but it's actually reverse. When we cook food for others, you actually forget to eat
Mm.
yourself. So initially, it was very difficult to follow, and because I was strenuous, you know, set up menu trials, and in menu trials, when you are just even eating one half teaspoon, too much, you know, one, two, three, four different, you know, trial and errors, it comes onto you. So yeah, so that had was very difficult for me to get that restraint, because can't completely avoid it in my profession,
Right.
but restrain it by, rather than tasting it myself, I used to give it to somebody else. Bata kaisa hai?
Mm.
Because I used to say that I have some, you know, ulcers in my mouth. I used to make a lot of excuses but not to eat that, you know,
See,
food
that
that.
shows that your word shows the level of commitment. Because in the other case, if like a regular being, what they do is like, okay, I this is my job, I have to do this, and they find an excuse to eat. But rather you find an excuse not to eat and give it to somebody else to taste it. Now that shows the level of commitment, like how badly you wanted it.
Yeah, because
Amazing.
these small things add up to, and then it shows on your body.
Mm,
Eventually it shows on your body.
mm.
But yeah, that was one thing which is a small change which helped me a lot. Then I used to, you know, as you said, balance of carbs. Then I used to fuel up in mornings a lot.
Mm.
So by that, in the day and night, I used to consume just snacks or smaller meals. So one meal was sufficient for me actually.
Good, good. Awesome. So how does it feel like when you actually built up the strength and when you're able to do that, when you're able to feel the burn and all that? How was it feel like from how you were and how you are now? Does it feel?
We feel much better, much good, that you know. I've always heard about people doing it, seen on. When I used to watch, I don't know if you know about one Indian show that's Roadies, when they audition people for their strength, for their this, because they are
Mm,
going to give them task and stuff. Whenever I used to see that audition, girls doing burpees, girls doing push-ups, girls doing a lot of physical, I used to get a lot of inspiration, right? When I'll be able to do it. So when I started, it feels good, so proud that you can do something for more than myself. People around me are noticing that change in the stamina building, that I don't get, my boys get tired standing and they said we need a break, or when I am standing there, come on, buck up. And they're like being a because
mm,
kitchen is mostly male dominated area and there are very few girls, and they're like, you are such a tiny girl, from where do you get this energy to such strength
mm.
to stand there and still you can go on for 2 3 hours more, you say that. I said, yes, I can. So that is one that that I feel good about it, that others are getting tired
Awesome.
and I'm still craving and ready to run around and do work. Yes.
Awesome, awesome. So you don't have any craving towards the food right now. You don't have like kind of an addiction, like you needed this. You never had it.
I used to have a sweet tooth I mean big sugar and sweet tooth cravings when I started.
Hmm.
I am a very dessert person, but right now I don't feel any craving, honestly, nothing.
Nice,
No.
nice,
That's
absolutely amazing,
yeah.
amazing. You did some
Yeah.
wonderful job, Jyothi. That one I have to tell you because when I actually had to take this, like I mentioned, this for a passion project. When I took it, it was around, I think it is around 16 to 18 people, and you're one among the top four who has completed this with some outstanding results. So on the 60th day, it was like, so when I was actually asking people to share their result and how it has been, most did not even respond. So I knew that okay, it was more of like a slack off season, right? But then you gave me that photograph which I'm going to share. That is going to be like, it was some one hell of a result. In that I have to really put a hats off to you, because the way that you've been transitioned, now you are like, okay, I wanted to go for the abs. You see what I'm saying? So you
Yeah.
are always setting your extra mile. Now I want to do this, now I want to do this. It's not like, okay, now I've achieved it, now I want to settle down. No, there is no settling down. It's always like, what is
No,
next?
no.
And that
Yes.
is something that I have to, hats off for that.
No, thanks to you, Ishak, for like I said, you need someone to push you and to give you that motivation. I remember before enrolling this, I saw one of your webinars when you were talking about your background and how do you make it a habit and how do you write down your goal and what do you want to achieve. Just small things
Mm,
that you say that helps a lot, and when like you push. You scold, you comment us. I mean, getting it from you, it's like I feel so much proud that I am in top four in something that I did it. With my time restrictions, I could do whatever I could.
mm,
I still beat myself. Yeah, you should have pushed more. You should have done this. You should have not skipped that one day. I beat myself up for that.
mm.
But when I hear that, I like, okay, now at least I did something better, but I have to still do much better.
Nice, nice. So it's all about the game of momentum and progress. So you've come a long way. Now the only thing is like, it doesn't end here. Now you've got the result. So you did everything to get here. Now the point is, what are you going to do to keep it over here? Okay, so it is a lifelong journey. So don't lose up your momentum. Don't lose up your thing. Always stick with the discipline. And like I mentioned, you are already in my community. So just be with the live workouts, take up the courses. We be in the inner circle weekly call, and yeah, thank you so much for doing what you did.
Thanks for making it so simple. Thanks for making it so simple.
Because that's probably one of the biggest challenge that at least these days working women and men are actually facing, because it's like, it's always like you have to stick on to a diet, you need to have a gym, only then you will be able to get a better physique. So I was under the same assumption as to what everybody else is thinking. So when I just took a slight deviation in my learning and my research, I found that it doesn't have to be like that. All you have to do is like, so yesterday I had a Hall of Fame interview with one of my another clients. So she was like, what are the equipments should I be buying? And then we came to me with this question. I said, all you have to buy is like a yoga mat and probably a water bottle, and that's all you need, right? And that
Yeah,
is it, you can achieve like some crazy things with your just basic body weight, and that's enough.
yeah. Yeah,
And
absolutely.
yeah, and hats off to you. You come so far, and I'm glad about it. Awesome. So thank you, Jyothi. Thank you once again, and stick with us and be in the community. Grind up, and that's about
Not
it.
leaving
Kill it.
anytime. Not leaving at all. Not leaving at all.
Awesome.
I'll
Awesome.
still, I'll still bug you with my questions, and I'll still bug you with my,
We're always there.
if I
We're
hit
always there.
plateaus.
We're always
Yeah.
there. Don't worry about it. Okay. So yes,
Thank you.
keep sharing the result. Super good.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. Bye bye.
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 Bye.